This video will demonstrate how to add and edit action plan projects and activities in the Disaster Recovery Grant Reporting System. First, choose the grant to which you'd like to add or edit projects or activities by selecting the grant in the Lock Grant bar on the main navigational toolbar. Click in the box or on the lock icon. Drgr defaults to the most recently accessed grant. To change the grant, click on the downward arrow, choose the grant you'd like to work in, and then click Save. Once the grant is selected and locked, most functions in Drgr will be keyed to this grant until a new grant is selected. The exception to this rule is any search function marked with the globe icon throughout the Drgr module menus. These search functions are global to the Drgr system and are not tied to the locked grant. In Drgr, all action plan functions are managed under the Manage My Grants module, which is represented by the columns icon. Click on the columns to expand the menus within the Manage My Grants module. Users will see sub-menus for action plans, projects, activities, grantee programs if applicable, performance reports, and grants. When creating and editing projects and activities in Drgr, it's important to remember the system's hierarchy and some math rules. The Drgr structure is a hierarchy with the grant at the top, projects beneath, and activities within each project. Here are some math rules that will assist users when managing projects and activities in Drgr. The grant award plus estimated program income and any revolving loan funds constitutes the grant level budget, or all funds available to budget across the action plan. The next level is projects. Projects are categories of activities or responsible organizations. The sum of all project budgets must be equal to or less than the sum of all funds available at the grant level. Finally, the activities are where all the details of the grantee's program can be found. Each activity is associated with a project, so you can think of the project as a bucket that holds the activities associated to that project. The sum of all activity budgets within a project cannot exceed the project's total budget. In short, each lower level must fit within the level above it. To see a summary of financial information, users can click on Manage Action Plan under the Action Plan menu in the Manage My Grants module. The top of the page includes grant level summary information, including the grant award, estimated program income and revolving loan funds, and the total budget. This total budget is the grant level budget and the amount available to budget across this action plan. This view also includes a list of projects and financial information for each project. Information includes the project budget, the amount available to budget, activity budgets and obligations within this project, total drawn, program funds drawn, and program income drawn. The amount available to budget column may be especially helpful to users when managing projects and activities. For instance, this project has $96,714.65 available to budget. This is the amount that can be used to add additional activities or increase the budgets of existing activities. If activities that the user wishes to add or increase exceed this amount, then the project budget will first need to be increased in order to add or increase the activity budgets. Remember to always consult the math rules when adjusting budgets. Users have two ways to access and manage projects and activities. When in the Manage Action Plan function, the components of the action plan are accessible across tabs below the grant summary information. Tabs include Financials, Narratives, Documents, Measures, Projects, Activities, History, and Upload. Each tab includes useful information and functions to assist users in managing their action plan. For more information on tabs, consult the resources on the Drgr homepage. Let's take a look at projects. The Projects tab includes an option to add a project, search for projects, or view and edit projects by clicking on the pencil icon in the Actions column of the project list. Similarly, the Activities tab includes the option to add an activity, search for activities, or view and edit activities by clicking on the pencil icon in the Actions column. The second way to access projects and activities is from the submenus under the Manage My Grants module. Click on the Columns icon and locate the Projects menu and the Activities menu. They have options for adding projects and searching projects, and adding activities and searching activities. Let's take a look at the Add Project function. Whether adding a project from the Manage My Grants project menu or from within the Manage Action Plan Project tab, choose Add Project. A new screen will display with fields for the user to populate. In Drgr, fields marked with an asterisk are required fields. The project number, project title, and project description are free-form fields that allow the user to customize its naming conventions and descriptive information. Users will also select a status from the drop-down and include a project budget. After all information is entered, click Save. This adds a new project to Drgr. To edit an existing project once the project is found, using the search function in either the Manage My Grant project menu or in the Project tab of the Manage Action Plan function, choose the project that needs the modification by selecting the pencil icon in the Action column of the list of projects. This displays the project summary page. The project summary page has additional tabs for details, measures, activities, and uploads. Under the Activities tabs, users can access activities to view and edit by clicking on the pencil icon in the Actions column. To edit a project's information, click on the Edit icon at the top of the Manage Project page. Users will see that this screen looks the same as the screen used to initially set up the project. From this screen, users can modify the fields as needed. Note that when modifying a project budget, replace the project budget amount with the new project budget total. So for instance, if I wanted to change this project budget to add $100,000, I would change this 2 to a 3. Once all information is modified, click Save. As we discussed, there are several ways that users can manage activities. Users can choose to manage activities from the Manage Action Plan page using the Activities tab, or from the Manage My Grant submenu using the Add or Search Activities links. To add an activity, click Add Activity. The screen is displayed with the fields the user will need to complete. As discussed previously, the activity level is the level in which all the details of a grantee's program can be found. These screens are more detailed than the screens you will have completed for projects. Begin by completing the activity screen by choosing a project to which you'll associate this activity. You'll also choose an activity type, enter information about the environmental assessment, identify the national objective, assign a grantee activity number and title, and complete the activity description. Users will also complete the activity status, enter a projected start date and projected end date, and link the activity to a responsible organization. Finally, to complete the activity, enter an activity budget amount, and for disaster grants, include a mid-budget amount. Once all information is entered, click Save. Other information such as funding sources, organization budgets, location descriptions, supporting documents, performance measures, and additional environmental information are completed on separate tabs on the Manage Activity screen. To access an activity, locate the list of activities and click on the pencil icon. This loads the activity summary screen similar to the project summary screen. It includes tabs for details, documents, measures, and environmental. You'll see that these tabs have additional edit boxes to complete information required for the activities. The Measures tab is where users will set up proposed measures for this activity. Proposed measures in the action plan are tied to the quarterly performance report. In the action plan, users propose accomplishments, and in the QPR, users report on actual outcomes. Users will be unable to report on the outcomes if the accomplishments are not first proposed in the action plan. For this reason, it's important to set up your performance measures properly when establishing your activities. To edit the basic information about this activity that we set up on the Add Activity screens, click the Edit link at the top of the Manage Activity page. Here you'll see all the fields that were previously established and available to modify on this screen. Once all modifications are completed, click Save. Thanks for watching this introductory video on adding and editing projects and activities in DRGR. For more information on how to use DRGR, Don't forget to review the resources listed on the home page. And always remember to securely log out of Drgr.